all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, Lord God made them all. Each little flower that opens, each little bird that sings, God made their glowing colors, God made their tiny wings. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. The purple-headed mountains, the river running by, the sunset and the morning that brightens up the sky. God gave us eyes to see them, and lips that we might tell how great is God within us, who makes things all so well. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made us all.
Thank you, Evan. Welcome, everyone. I am Reverend Tony Stevens Coleman. I'm the senior minister here at Unity Lincoln, and this is my husband, my life partner, Reverend Evan Coleman. He's our associate minister here at Unity Lincoln and our music director. We welcome you to Unity Lincoln. We say namaste to you.
Namaste.
Unity Lincoln is a spiritual community of loving people. It is our tradition to welcome people to Unity Lincoln in the name of all that is good, all that is love, all that is sacred, and all that is holy.
Amen. Yes.
And today's service is about love and finding peace through expressing our love, especially for our dear animals, our pet friends. It's our hope and our desire to provide a positive, transformative healing opportunity as we honor, remember, and express our love and appreciation for our beloved pets. Now, ordinarily, when we do an in-person service, we have an altar set up and we invite people to bring remembrances of their pets, maybe a collar, a photograph,
a
favorite toy. And over the last few weeks, we've been inviting people to send photographs of their departed pets. We do have 2 pictures that came in, and both of these pets have gone on to the peaceful kingdom on the other side. And so we bless them, and we bless and remember them and their owners at this moment. If you have a special thing that you hold close from your pets, now is the time to simply place it in front of you and hold it in your heart.
Or just place a special memory there.
A special memory in your heart, yes. And we will be honoring you and your memories. And now we traditionally, at the beginning of each service, light the Christ candle. In Unity, we light one white candle, which we call the Christ candle. And our Christ candle reminds us that the light of God is within us, wherever we are, and no matter what we are doing, it is present. We acknowledge today that same light that shines in us also shines in our beloved pet friends. Light is the symbol of the presence and wisdom of God. It's the source, the divine energy, the creator by whatever name you choose to use. And now, please join with me in opening prayer. Sweet Spirit, Mother, Father God, we know that you are God of all, and there is nowhere where you are not. We feel your presence here as everywhere, and we know that there is no loss in life. Life is the energy that goes on and on. And so while our dear ones are missing from our presence, we know that they have gone on. And we are so grateful for the life that they shared with us. With that in our hearts, we say thank you, God. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Evan, you have something to share with us.
Yes, dear ones. There is a popular story called The Rainbow Bridge, and the author, we don't know who the author is. There is a bridge connecting heaven and earth. It is called the Rainbow Bridge because of its many colors. Just this side of the Rainbow Bridge, there is a land of meadows, hills, valleys, lush green grass. When a beloved pet dies, the pet goes to this place. There's always enough food and water and warm spring weather. Old and frail animals are young again, and those who are maimed are made whole. They play there all day.
Here come the tears.
They play with each other joyfully and peacefully. And there is only one thing missing. They are not with that special person who made them feel so loved on earth. So they wait as they play. And each day they run and they play until the day comes when one suddenly turns and runs from the group. You have been seen. And when you and your special friend meet again, you take him or her in your arms and embrace. Your face is kissed again and again, and you look once more into the eyes of your trusting pet. And then together, you can cross the Rainbow Bridge again, never to be separated. And where's the tissue when you need it?
It's a lovely, lovely, sentimental story, isn't it? You know, love joins us together. We recently lost a beloved pet after 19 years. He was very special to us, and our little dog is getting to be very, very long in the tooth. She's getting, it seems, older every day, and so we are especially reminded of how precious every moment is.
Well, for the last 35 years at least, I have not lived without a pet for more than a few months. And they don't live as long as we do they?
No, they don't. Well, love joins us together. In love, there is no time or space. We are all here to honor and remember our beloved pets who have died and who have gone on. If you would like, bring to mind your special pet or pets. Hold them in that sacred place in your heart. Remember their special gifts for you, those things that make you laugh when you think of them, or bring tears to your eyes when you think of them. Our pets are especially deep blessings for us. A poem, Treasured Friend. You want me to?
Yes, please.
I lost a treasured friend today, the little dog who used to lay her head gently upon my knee and shared her silent thoughts with me. She'll come no longer to my call and retrieve no longer her favorite ball. A voice far greater than my own has called her to the golden throne. Although my eyes are filled with tears, I thank God for all the happy years that she spent with me, and for her love and her loyalty. When it is time for me to go and join her there, this much I know. I shall not fear the transient dark, for she will greet me with a leap and a bark. Washington Irving said, "There is a sacredness in tears. They are not the mark of weakness, but of power. They speak more eloquently than 10,000 tongues. They are the messengers of overwhelming grief, of deep contrition, of unspeakable love." You want to sing for us? This lovely song is titled "Keep Me in Your Heart for a While."
Shadows are falling and I'm running out of breath. Keep me in your heart for a while. If I leave you, it doesn't mean I love you any less. Keep me in your heart for a while. When you wake up in the morning and you see that crazy sun, keep me in your heart for a while. There's a train leaving 9 o'clock when all is said and done. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sometimes when you're doing the simple things around the house, maybe you'll think of me and smile. 'Cause you know I'm tied to you like the buttons on your blouse. Keep me in your heart for a while. Hold me in your thoughts, take me to your dreams. Trust me as I fall into view. When the winter comes, keep the fires lit. I will be right next to you. Engine drivers heading off to Pleasant Stream. Keep me in your heart for a while. These wheels keep on turning, but they're running out of steam. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Keep me in while. Keep me in your heart for a while. Keep me in your heart for a while.
Lovely.
That's what we do to these dear ones. We keep them in our heart.
And they get closer and closer, don't they?
Yes.
Would you like to share this with us?
Ah.
Can you?
Hang on, I'm gonna need a tissue.
And this poem always brings up a special memory for Evan, I know. He'll tell you about paradise.
Well, yeah, I won't tell the whole story about paradise, but just know that whenever I have needed a cat in my life, a cat has come into my life. That is the way the universe works. The universe knows when you need a pet, and it provides you with one. I've never had to seek a pet.
I haven't either. They always find me.
They always find me.
Yeah, what a blessing.
Oh, what unhappy twist of fate has brought you homeless to my gate. The gate where once another stood to beg for shelter and warmth and food. For from that day, I ceased to be the master of my destiny, while she with purr and velvet paw became within my house the law. She scratched the furniture, and she shed, and she claimed the middle of my bed. She ruled with arrogance and pride. And she broke my heart the day she died. So, cat, if you really think, oh, cat, I would willingly relive all of that. And because you come so forlorn and thin, oh, don't just stand there. Come on in.
Have you had that experience? You know what we mean. We recently lost our Nicholas. He was 19 years old. And last year I had some major health challenges, and I think Nicholas hung on intentionally to be my nurse, my night nurse especially, and he took such good care of me, guiding me, keeping me awake when I needed to stay awake and safe, and then purring me back to sleep each night. And he blessed me so. So I really miss him. If you have that experience, God bless you also. Today's service is about love and finding peace through expressing our love. It is our hope and desire to provide a positive healing opportunity as we honor and remember and express our love and appreciation for our beloved pets. I don't know about you, but I feel many of our pets are present with us right now, right here. And you know, in God there is no time or space. There is only the present. And God is energy. And our beloved pets have simply turned into energy, the energy that surrounds us, the God presence that is everywhere. So yes, we can still feel them. You know, sometimes I see them in our house where they have been. I see them peeking at me around the corner, and I feel their presence when we're going about doing the tasks that we have done together. People might bestow rich gifts on each other, but our animal friends give the greatest gift of all. They give the gift of themselves. They give themselves wholly and completely. Their whole being, their lifetime, and their attention and trust. Our pets live relatively short lives. For many of us who love our pets deeply, their death can affect us even more than the death of a relative or a friend. Sometimes we feel embarrassed by that, but that's understandable to those of us who have loved our pets so dearly. And God understands. Our feelings are genuine and valid as they are. The death of our pet can leave us with what feels like a hole in our lives. It feels like an emptiness, and it is a great sense of loss, loneliness even. I know right now during the coronavirus, the COVID-19 experience, many people are bringing new pets into their homes because they know that a pet can provide them with unending love, with attention, with a sense of purpose. They can extend our identity beyond just ourselves and our four walls. And so God bless you if you've brought a new pet into your life, and God bless your new pet. And we see you living a long, happy, beautiful experience together. Without being present to our feelings, we can become sad and even depressed. One of my congregants said to me that she hadn't had a hug in 2 months, and she wanted to get a cat. Well, I don't know if she's gotten her cat yet, but I know that she has diagnosed her situation and her problem, and that she will be a blessing to that cat, that they will bless each other with limitless hugs and contact. It's important for us to acknowledge our loss and express our feelings in order to stay healthy. It's important for us to grieve the loss of our pets, just as we grieve the loss of any person in our life. I learned many years ago that grief can be cumulative. Our lives can fill with loss experiences, many of which may even seem small, like moving and losing friends, losing a piece of beloved jewelry, or having an auto accident. That can be an experience we need to grieve, or not getting the job that we want, or losing the job that we love, or moving on in school. These things are cumulative in our life experience. When I studied grief and loss, the hypothesis at the time was that grief accumulates over a 2-year or greater period of time. So we have to learn how to express that grief and how to experience through that grief. The effect is like having a full glass of water. It's full to the top, and then one more drop of water will make that glass overflow, and we experience the whole glass of water, not just the drop that overflows. We experience the whole thing. One more grief experience can cause us to feel like our whole life is a loss. And so, indeed, it is often our pets who stand by us. They're comforting us, they're supporting us, they're easing our pain through life's losses. And then, when we lose our pet, we can be just devastated. It's not an unusual experience, but sometimes we feel we need to hide it. especially when the people around us don't appreciate our loss, because it is the value that they place on our pet, not the value that we place on our pet and our feelings. Society as a whole does not appreciate our depth of feeling and our deep connection to our pets. It's important to note that the process of grieving a pet is no different than mourning the death of a human being. We experience it exactly the same way. Right here, right now, today. We appreciate and we value and we acknowledge the lives which have touched our soul and become a part of us. Every one of them, near and dear to us throughout our entire life experience. You know, a pet can symbolize many things to each of us. It may represent a child, perhaps a child yet to be conceived or never conceived, a child never born, but only wished for. It can represent a child that has grown and gone off on their own life experience. It can represent the innocent child within each of us. That pet can touch us in that place. Our pet may reflect the ideal companion or mate or parent within all of us. Our pet can reflect the ideal that is ever faithful, patient, and welcoming, and loving us unconditionally. It's a playmate to us, a sibling to us. It's a reflection of ourselves, embodying the negative and positive qualities that we may recognize or lack in ourselves. The same pet can be all of these things. I remember being so amazed at how close my mother was a grande dame. She was very aristocratic, very dramatic, and the way she would become a child around her little cat. She was playful with Sunny Delight. And Sunny D, she called him. And it was just fun to be around them when they played. She had this little piano wire type thing with a feather on the end, and she could get Sunny to jump high, and she would just squeal with delight. My grand dame of a mother. I just enjoyed that so much. Our pets can touch that part of us that nothing else can touch. Our pet is our very best friend who is steadfast and true. However we relate to our pets, whatever the nature of our pet, large or small, furry or feathered. I know someone who is very close to feathered friends and has had feathered friends her entire lifetime. Whatever our pet is, the love we share is important. Know that. Another name for God, you know, is love. The expression of our love and the love we share with our pet is what is important. And that love is ongoing. It cannot be destroyed by time or space or death. In unity we teach that life also is another name for God. And as there can be no end to God, there can be no end to life. Simply a change. Our lives evolve. They change, and death is a change of divine energy from one form to another. You know, there are cultures that consider death to be a very thin wall, a curtain which our life energy passes behind. This explains why we can continue to feel the presence of our loved ones still with us.
I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil, raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. I want to know you, oh God. I'm raising the veil. I want to see you, oh God. I'm raising the veil. I want to hear you, oh God. I'm raising the veil. I want to praise you, oh God. I'm raising the veil. I want to love you, oh God. I'm raising the veil. I want to feel you, oh God. I'm raising the veil. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil.
This is a poem by Unity Poet Laureate James Dillett Freeman. He was a neighbor of mine for 30 years in Lee Summit, Missouri, just outside Unity Village. And I think he would appreciate this adaptation. It's called The Traveler. My pet has put on invisibility. Dear Lord, I cannot see, but this I know. Although the road ascends and passes from my sight, that there is no night, that you will take my pet gently in your hand and lead my pet on along the road of life that never ends. And my beloved pet will find it is not death, but dawn. I do not doubt that you are there as here, and you will hold my beloved pet dear. Our life did not begin with birth. It is not of the earth. And this that we call death, it is not more than the opening and closing of a door. And in your house, how many rooms must be beyond this one where we rest momently? Dear Lord, I thank you for the faith that frees, the love that knows it cannot lose its own, the love that, looking through the shadows, sees that you and my pet and I are ever one. God bless you all. We are so grateful.
We are so grateful to you, and Unity Lincoln is entirely supported by your gifts and your donations. And you can send your gifts, your tithes, your offerings to PayPal using PayPal at office@unitylincoln.org. That's office@unitylincoln.org. And we are so grateful that you have been willing to join us here and to be a part of this special service here today.
And let us know if this has served you. Like us if you're on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, drop us a line, call us. We have a weekly e-news that we send out and a monthly newsletter, conventional newsletter. Please let us know that you're out there, dear
And
ones.
if you're interested in particularly in pet experiences, we have this memorial service in the springtime, and in the fall around St. Francis Day, we have a pet blessing, and we hope that our doors will be open so that we can actually invite you to come and receive a pet blessing for your pets. We offer a certificate at that time, and we collect items to help pets make it through the winter time here in our no-kill shelters here in Lincoln. So you might mark your calendars. I believe it's October 6th this year. And stand by for further information on that. We love our pet animals, and we have several pet animals who visit us here on occasion, and and we know how important they are. I hope this has served you. God bless you, all dear ones.
God bless you, dear ones. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. Namaste.
Namaste.